There's a 50-50 mix you can blend in a paper cup that breaks rust-seized bolts your toughest pipe wrench couldn't crack with both feet on it. Half acetone, half automatic transmission fluid. Total cost, about $4. And in a benchmark test published by Machinery Lubrication Magazine in 2007, that homemade mix outperformed every commercial penetrating oil on the market by a factor of 7 to 1. WD-40, PB Blaster, Liquid Wrench, all of them. Beaten by a recipe a backyard mechanic mixed in a coffee can. The lubricant industry generates over $80 billion a year worldwide. A $4 garage mix that beats their flagship products by 700% is not a market opportunity. It is an existential threat. They didn't bury this because it failed. They buried it because it humiliated them in a head-to-head test, and then they spent 20 years quietly hoping no one would ever notice. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll never spend another dime on a blue and yellow can. Welcome to Secret Mechanic. Subscribe and ring the bell. Here we crack open the vaults the industry welded shut. Here's what nobody behind the parts counter will ever say out loud. There are two completely different jobs a penetrating oil can do. It can lubricate, provide a slippery film between two pieces of metal so they slide. Or it can penetrate, actually creep into the microscopic gap between rusted threads and dissolve the corrosion bond holding them together. Almost every product on the parts store shelf is a lubricator dressed up to look like a penetrant. It sprays out, it smells like a workshop, it makes the bolt look wet. And most of the time it does almost nothing to break the rust seal underneath. You spray, you wait, you crank the wrench, the bolt shears off, and now you have a $300 extraction job on a $5 fastener. That's not bad luck. That's bad chemistry sold in a pretty can. WD-40 launched in 1953. The name stands for Water Displacement, 40th Formula. It's quite literally the 40th attempt by the Rocket Chemical Company to formulate a water-displacing protectant for the Atlas missile program. WD-40 is excellent at what it was actually designed to do: displace moisture and prevent flash rust on bare metal. It is not, never was, and was never marketed as a true penetrating oil. The company itself states this in its own technical documentation. But if you walk into any auto parts store in America and ask the kid at the counter for something to break a rust-seized bolt, he will hand you a can of WD-40 and tell you to soak it overnight. You will soak it overnight. The bolt will not move. The kid will sell you a $40 bolt extractor kit. That entire scenario is the lubricant industry's most reliable revenue cycle, and it's been running since the 1960s. In 2007, Machinery Lubrication Magazine, a peer-reviewed industry publication, ran a controlled benchmark test. They took identical sets of severely rusted, seized steel fasteners. They applied a different penetrating product to each set. They weighted the same dwell time across every set. Then they measured the torque required to break the bolt loose. The results made the industry sweat. WD-40. The bolt required 516 inch-pounds of torque to break free. PB Blaster, 214 inch-pounds. Liquid Wrench, 127 inch-pounds. Kano Kroil, the industry favorite expensive option, 106 inch-pounds. And then a homemade 50-50 mix of acetone and automatic transmission fluid, 53 inch-pounds. Less than half of the most expensive commercial product. Roughly 10 times more effective than WD-40 on the same rust. A homemade mix that any mechanic with a paper cup could make in 30 seconds. The test was repeated, peer-reviewed, and published. The industry's response was institutional silence. Exactly the same response that happens every time a $4 fix beats an $80 billion industry. They didn't sue. They didn't refute. They just stopped mentioning it and hoped you'd never search for it. The Secret Mechanic Vault has the full ratio chart, the dwell time science, and the exact ATF brands that work best, plus 11 more buried mechanic guides. Link in the description. Here's why the chemistry works. Rust, iron oxide, does not bond to steel like glue. It expands inside the threads of a bolt and creates mechanical interference. To free a seized bolt, you have to get a fluid into the microscopic gap between the threads, dissolve or lift the rust, and lubricate the surface for the wrench. Most commercial penetrants are mineral oil with a thin solvent carrier. The solvent flashes off in minutes, leaves the oil sitting on the outside surface, and never reaches the threads where the rust actually is. Acetone is different. Acetone is a tiny, fast-moving polar molecule that wicks into microscopic gaps by capillary action faster than almost any other solvent on Earth. It penetrates rust by sheer molecular size. But acetone alone evaporates almost instantly and leaves no lubrication behind, useless on its own. Automatic transmission fluid, on the other hand, is a thick, complex blend of base oils, friction modifiers, detergents, and surfactants engineered to lubricate metal under high pressure and high heat for hundreds of thousands of miles. It cannot penetrate fast on its own, it's too thick. But mix the two together, and something extraordinary happens. The acetone carries the ATF into the rust gap by capillary action. Then, the acetone evaporates and leaves the ATF lubricating exactly where the bolt threads need it. The detergents in the ATF lift residual rust. The friction modifiers cut the static friction between the threads. The base oil keeps the bolt turning smoothly all the way out. It's not magic, it's two tools that complete each other. The industry math is straightforward. WD-40 alone generates over $400 million a year in sales. The combined penetrating oil aftermarket, counting WD-40, PB Blaster, Liquid Wrench, Kroil, and house brand competitors, exceeds $1.2 billion annually in North America. Now imagine a $4 mix anyone can make in their garage that wins a head-to-head benchmark. That's not a market threat. That's the entire category liquidating overnight. So the industry didn't fight the test. They didn't issue a rebuttal. They didn't sue the magazine. They simply made absolutely sure that the average driver, the average mechanic, the average parts counter employee never saw a single mention of it. Trade pubs covered it once. Auto parts marketing departments spent the next decade flooding TV ads, print, and YouTube pre-roll with their own product. Most mechanics today have never heard of this test. Most have never heard of the mix. Here's exactly what to do. Pick up a 16-ounce can of acetone at any hardware store, about $7 for a big can. Pick up a quart of any name brand automatic transmission fluid, Dexron, Mercon, anything you'd find at any auto parts store, about $6. You only need a few ounces of each to start, so the kit is genuinely $4 worth of product. Find a small glass or metal container with a lid. Do not use a plastic container. Acetone will dissolve most plastics. A small glass mason jar or an old metal oil bottle works perfectly. Step 1. Pour 4 ounces of automatic transmission fluid into your container. Step 2. Pour 4 ounces of acetone on top. 50-50 mix by volume. Step 3. Close the container and shake gently for 10 seconds. The mix will look slightly cloudy at first, then clear up. That's correct. Step 4. Apply with a small brush or a squirt bottle directly onto the rusted bolt. Do not spray it like WD-40. Drip or paint it onto the threads where they meet the surrounding metal. Capillary action will do the rest. Step 5. Wait 15 to 20 minutes for first soak. For severely seized bolts, reapply once after 15 minutes and let it dwell for a full hour. Step 6. Apply your wrench with steady controlled pressure. Do not jerk. Sudden force snaps fasteners. Slow, steady torque. The bolt will move. For exhaust manifold studs that have rusted in for 10 years, repeat the application 3 times across an hour. For frame bolts on rust belt vehicles, sometimes overnight soaks work better. Apply at night, wrench in the morning. The mix stays effective in the container for months as long as the lid stays sealed. Important safety. Acetone is flammable. Mix and store away from open flames. Do not apply to hot exhaust components. Wear nitrile gloves. Acetone strips skin oils and pulls chemicals through your skin. A diesel mechanic in Pennsylvania documented this mix on a 1994 farm tractor that had sat outside in a field for 18 years. Every fastener on the engine was rusted solid. He'd been quoted $4,200 by a shop just to break the bolts loose for an inspection. He soaked every bolt with the acetone ATF mix 3 times across 2 days. Every single fastener, including exhaust manifold studs that were practically welded by rust, came out clean. Total chemical cost, $11. Total time invested, about 90 minutes of actual work spread across 2 days of soaking. The shop's quote was $4,200 of pure labor padding for a problem a paper cup of mixed fluid solved. The penetrating oil industry didn't lose this knowledge, they chose to bury it. They taught a generation of mechanics that WD-40 was the answer to seized fasteners, while their own internal benchmark testing showed it was nearly the worst option in the field. Acetone has been on every hardware store shelf for over 100 years. ATF has been at every parts counter since the 1940s. The two of them, mixed in a paper cup, beat every commercial product in a peer-reviewed test 18 years ago. The chemistry doesn't charge a flat rate fee. It never did. If this vault opens something, subscribe and share. Every share cracks open another vault the industry welded shut. The next one drops soon, and what's inside it will change how you see your engine bay forever.